Mastidion. There was a video on Evil Genius's channel. Jeff does this series called The Extended Series, where it's kind of what would you call it? It's like a deadpan humor interview of people, and he did one of us, and it's kind of like Between Two Ferns. So he did one with myself and Neil, and it was a lot of fun. It's incredibly dorky, and you'll love it. It may have looked like ice cream, but it was actually Greek yogurt. Even better than ice cream. Gotta get the last little bits off. Excellent. Cheers. Let's get this show on the road. Give Triss's bandana to Philippa Eilhart. What did I do? Oh, yeah, I got the bandana from the trolls. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that a lot. Mm-hmm. Oh, a succubus. Ice cream for breakfast. I wish I had eaten ice cream for breakfast. That would have been an excellent breakfast. Oh, what's this? Chickens! What's up, chickens? I can run right over the chickens. Oh.
Medallion's telling me something.
Whoa, hey, what is that? I can't, like, do anything with that, though. Maybe I can, like, art it or something. No. It's just a magical rock. Shivers when it's touched by my medallion. Ah, look at that. Tons of harpies. Oh, hey, here comes one. Let's get that silver sword ready. Running up the path, as harpies tend to do. Oh my god. Oh, that's an Arinia. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna be a little more careful. Yeah. Ouch. Alright. Good job, Geralt. Oh, quality options. Good morning, Viz. And Hitman 23.99. Nice to see you guys. Oops. Now, I think my pack is almost full. I should really be careful about that. Maybe even go back and sell some stuff. Whatever. Man, there's tons and tons of harpy nests down there. I don't know why I would be going down there, though. Oh yeah, Gore 133 child, you're getting the Monsters Manual today. I think I'm getting mine delivered on the 30th.
Witcher, I might have some work.
Dude, what the hell are you doing in here? Jesus. Can I talk to you? No, I have to kill harpies first. Okay. What's up? Okay. Now that I can talk, let's find out what this guy's saying.
A job?
Indeed, I know a collector in Vengerberg. He pays well for all kinds of monster
Ericus venom, Necker.
harpy fe-
Uh-huh. Why feathers?
I never asked. Got the order and that's that. Interested?
What kind of coin are we talking about?
Why
Any.
don't we do a test? Bring me a bundle of fine feathers for which I'll pay you, and if we're both satisfied, we'll figure things out.
He's gonna want more than a bundle? That'll mean a lot of traipsing around.
A few more, yes. So?
I'll keep my eyes open, but no promises. I've got more important things to deal with.
More important things than money? I don't think so, Witcher. I don't think so. Time to go get some. So, like, 1, 2. Oh, that harpy has orans. 3, 4. This is gonna be easy. 5. Oh, strength mutagen. Where are all the harpy messes that I left? 7, 8. 9. Okay, I gotta go. Kill more. I'm a witcher. Witchers love getting money. Kill witches, get money. That's the Witcher's code. Yep. What's up, harpy faces? Oh man, blood, bleeding. I should maybe drink a potion or something. I am the best at witching. Yeah. So, harpy feathers. What kind of... Now let's look at what harpy saliva gives for me. Potions, no. Chelum. Ether from harpy eyes. Don't I need that? Boom. Where is Yurgoslav when you need him? That's a good question. Good morning, Sir Malobod. Are you playing any Battle Royale lately? So cat. Scleroderm. Swallow is what I want. Oh, okay. Oh, Chelum. And Chelum also comes from harpy saliva. Okay, so I should definitely grab harpy saliva. Well, let's create a couple of those. And then, like, Tawny Owl. Vigor regeneration. You know, I've never really been using that. Wolf. Oh, I would be happy to create some wolf. Cool. Nice. I've been watching like a couple people play Destiny, yes. On the whole, it hasn't looked terribly compelling to me. It probably plays really smoothly. I've actually been playing a lot of Halo Reach and Halo 3 just to like get my head around the maps that they've created for multiplayer purposes. Just recently. And doing that has like reminded me just how damn good Destiny is at creating a nice smooth experience on consoles. like a nice smooth shooting experience. They're really good at it, so I'm sure that Destiny is similar. Thanks, Spike Ice. I'm glad you enjoyed that extended series video. It was so fun. We just sat there for like half an hour and shot the shit while they filmed it. And then they cut it into something workable.
Damn it.
They did a great job with the editing. Ooh. Platypus. Oh, right, I'm supposed to be looting these suckers. One of the funnest things to do when I'm playing Eternal Crusade for a test with my team is when the entire team names itself Brent. And then Brent is killing everybody. It's fun. Very amusing. Oh,
Magic or danger?
the MMO that I'm working on will be very, very different from Destiny. It's not like Destiny at all. We don't have a strong sense of vertical progression in Eternal Crusade. Oh, neat. And it's largely PvP focused, open world PvP. Like realm versus realm or faction v faction, more specifically. So it'll be really different from Destiny. Okay, so magic or danger. Hit that F5. And then we'll go right. Oh, key required. Oh no. Oh god, key required. Good morning, Neko Evangeline. Oh hey, check that out. There's a dude dead there. Damn, dude, like, there are all these little, like, rocks that I don't see anything to do with them. They don't look like the symbols on any of my spells, right? No. Can't hit it. Can't roll into it. Yeah, I know the medallion. There's something here and I have no idea what it is. I'm gonna go back to the man and be like, alright, here's your Harpy Feathers, now tell me what's up with these rocks. Sour Kool-Aid Show hosting me for 96 viewers. Thanks, man. Big shout out to Sour Kool-Aid Show. Oh god, we were losing it constantly while filming that video. Just all the time. Where we busted out laughing at the end and Jeff was like, I'm actually stuck. That was like every 30 seconds while we were filming. It was hilarious.
Medallion's vibrating.
Oh, that's just another rock. Urgh, medallion. I've got Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood theme song stuck in my head from Season 2, specifically, because I've been watching it a lot recently. Did you guys hear that? I think I'm lucky to be alive.
I've got your feathers.
Oh my god.
Excellent. Just what I needed. I'll pay for each and every one. If you're in need of coin, just bring me more.
I suppose I've had to work harder for coin in the past. All right, I'll keep it in mind.
Excellent. I await your return.
No, it's not Wi-Fi Grow. It's the washing machine is like off center, and it's just exploding.
Where are you headed?
Fuck you!
It's gonna be an entertaining morning for you guys, I think. Harpy trophy. Ooh, but I don't want that. That sucks. Let's see. Harpy feathers is one.
Fucking damn!
Nita is having fun this morning. Scrubzerg, we did the Evil Genius video at PAX East. Actually, it's been quite some time before they came out with it. I was wondering what was up. I was wondering if they were going to release it, but they finally did, and it was fantastic. All right, sounds like maybe she's managed to balance the washer and avoid explosions. Yes, the washing machine is definitely on tilt. Everybody was like, what is going on back there? That's funny. Most of it was like we could just hear the washing machine going crazy. We couldn't hear you too much, except for occasionally. What's the event that Total Biscuit put a call out for, Zecodicus? I didn't see it. Did anybody else here catch the Red Bull Business of Esports panel from earlier this week with Day 9? I was watching because Day 9's my bro. Yeah, and it was really interesting. It was much more targeted at like business school students who are trying to get into an industry. So there was lots of like, how do I get into the esports industry? And like some of that is very similar to how do I get into the games industry. So it wasn't a whole lot of new information for me personally. But they talked about like, for example, you know, if you want to get started as a journalist and you want people to take you seriously, then the best thing to do is just get started. So Zecodicus, I'd say you're on the right track. I don't know if like Day9 said, you know, he had a guy contact him and say, hey, can I do some casting for you? And Day9 was like, I don't know you, you haven't done anything, so no. But then the advice that Day9 gave was, you know, keep getting back in touch. Just, you know, follow up after you've done something and let the person know that you were successful. And just follow up, because after a while, like this guy kept following up with Day9 and saying, you know, I've done this event and it went like this, and I did that event and it went even better, and I've gotten this many viewers, and eventually the guy finally said, hey Day9, do you want to do you want to come out here and cast this event I'm going to be running? And Day9 said, you know what, yeah, because I've been following you all this time and you've been keeping me updated, and it's clear that you've been doing the work and doing good work, so yeah, let's make this happen. Hello, troll woman. Hello, troll man. Creepy troll man stealing Triss. Right on, Zecodicus. If you guys are watching in chat, you should go check out Zecodicus's blog to see how his coverage is doing. I'm sure he'd appreciate extra feedback. Do you just get like comments on your blog and that helps you figure it out, Zecodicus? Why is my screen just a little dark around the edges? That's interesting. Almost like there's some kind of light halo or whatever in the center. I'm trying to hunt down more harpies. Boo. That looks like the fog. But this looks interesting, like... Huh, there's literally nothing in here, eh? Oh, hey, check it out! Journal from the Ayla Tarn. Vran armor enhancements. Cool. Let's read that. Captain's Journal from the Ayla Tarn. To the Supreme Council of Mages. The research and exploration conducted in Loch Muin has produced surprisingly good results. Our discoveries went well beyond simple valuables and historic items. Namely, we unearthed a relic that belonged to a member of the First Conclave. The fools accompanying me on this journey have no notion of the significance of this find. The item is simply too important to land in a dark storeroom of the Faculty of History. As a spiritual successor of the First Mages, I hereby claim ownership of it, in my own name as well as yours. The find is bound to cause a fuss, thus I request your support and the appropriate lobbying at Foltest's court. Oswin. Quest completed. Mystic River. Really? Just done, huh? Which the local trolls had dragged onto dry land to use as their love nest. That's hilarious. Found smithing materials from the time of the Vrans. You could put them to immediate use, but the notes also mentioned a treasure hidden beneath Loch Muin that, when combined with these materials, would produce Vran armor. Okay. Well, let's just make sure that I grab it all. Okay, good. Troll Love Nest. Yeah, that sounds like an interesting round table. I'm really wary of that topic these days because there's just so much anger about it. And I really think that largely the communities of gamers who are really angry about things are misdirecting their anger entirely. They're directing it at independent developers and, you know, like small-time games journalists who write on blogs. And really, there are actual big legitimate problems with the way the games industry and games journalism relate to each other, but it's actually, we can't talk about them right now because everybody who wants to talk about it wants to talk about how evil women are. I'm exaggerating to a certain extent, but like the conversation is kind of tainted by this other thing that really isn't relevant to real issues with games journalism. If I were to mention some of the issues that I find about games journalism, I would say that like publishers and games journalists have this really gross relationship where when you want journalists to review your game, what you do is you put together the most polished build you possibly can, and you spend like 3 weeks bug fixing a 5-minute segment of your game. So of course it's going to be way better than anything else in your game. That's the entire point. And then you invite the journalists over, and you get them like you know fancy bottled waters and cater breakfasts, and like take them out to lunch and go out to drink with them in the evening, all on the company tab, obviously. And then like you show them this really polished segment of the game that doesn't represent the final quality of the game, but it's all they've seen. And since, they care about video games, they love playing cool video games too, they get excited about it, they get hyped about it, they drive hype. And that's what contributes to a society, I think, in which gamers they do feel like they can't trust games journalism because there's so much discrepancy between previews and reviews. And I think it's really a problem. There needs to be a conversation about it. Damn, I've exterminated all harpies and I forgot to get all their feathers, so now I'm just screwed. Whoa. Oh, cool. I love games with weather systems. It's so nice.
Hey, Steven.
Hmm? What? Who? Who is it? Who's B now? Hi, B now. One of my wife's friends is watching me play. Is that the designer? Oh. Right. Developer. Hi, B now. Nice of you to join. That's okay. Okay. Like, I've killed all the harpies and there's no way to get more feathers, and so I'm never gonna get this quest done. Bummer. Maybe I can rest, and then a whole bunch more harpies will appear. Meditation. Let's meditate for a whole day.
At your service.
Interesting question, Brilliant Master. What do you guys define as journalism? I would say that any journalism worth its name is almost, it's like a consumer protection service. I really do agree with Total Biscuit's philosophy. He's kind of a consumer protectionist. You want to let people know the truth behind what's happening so that they can make their own decisions. Which, you know, I actually think there are larger problems with journalism in general these days, where journalism will misrepresent two sides of an issue as being close in an effort to create quote-unquote balance in the discussion, when there actually is none. So, for example, journalism is part of the problem that we have with global warming, because in global warming debates, like, they'll say, some scientists say that global warming is man-made, while other scientists say that global warming is not. And it's true, yes, some scientists do say that global warming is not man-made, like 1%, or that global warming, yeah, is natural. Like 1% of scientists say that. But journalism misrepresents them as being closer than they are. And so, you know, it's important not just to represent balance for the sake of balance, but to actually accurately represent consensus, I think. It's a complicated issue. What can I drop? I can drop that. That'll help me out some. Let's organize by weight. Iron ore, 10-pound, hunter's armor. That's really heavy. Man, I think I've got a lot of cloth, so let's just drop all of my cloth. Yeah, like, you know, it's important to not conflate. I mean, it's about tone, right? Like, you can preview something and just be like a dick about it and be like, oh, these people don't know what they're doing, they don't know what they're talking about. Or you can say, you know, here's what these people showed us, here are the claims that they're making. I actually see a discrepancy between the claims that they're making and what they showed us. Maybe they will be able to, you know, succeed based on their claims. We can look at their past record in order to verify the validity of that concept. But, you know, at this point, I'm cautious. That kind of thing. And, you know, there are also other problems, right? Like, many game studios assign bonuses to their project based on the Metacritic score of the game, which means that, like, those journalists, like that one journalist who decided to go down from an 85 to an 82, like, maybe that was the one responsible for making sure that, like, you know, a team of 80 people, 100 people wasn't able to get, you know, a couple $1 million in bonuses total. So, to a certain extent, that's a little bit manipulative of multiple industries, honestly. Because one, yeah, you know, I think there are big issues in the games industry, and they're related to consumer protection and worker protection, and it's going to be really challenging to solve them because currently the people who control all the power in the games industry are the employers, and it's really challenging to move the culture to a place where the employees and the consumers have more power. Martin Petter says it's normal for journalists to make the two sides of an issue seem closer because then conflict sells, and that's absolutely true. I actually think that there are many industries that work really well in a capitalist system. I think that capitalism does great things for any kind of consumer product, but in something like journalism especially, and other things like, for example, pharmaceuticals and healthcare, I think these things really don't work under a capitalist system because capitalism rewards behaviors that are bad for those industries. So, like, for example, in pharmaceuticals, buying up a patent to a cheap and generically producible pharmaceutical, repatenting it, and then selling it at, you know, 10,000% cost increase. That's something that capitalism encourages, but that is really, really bad for society. So journalism, yes. Capitalism causes journalists to want to sell as many copies of the story as possible, but journalism shouldn't be about selling copies, it should be about disseminating information. That's, you know, this is my philosophy, and other people will disagree, and, you know, so it goes, but, you know, I think there are problems that arise from the way things are currently set up. And, you know, like, what could I advocate as an alternative? What, state-produced media? Like, that also has big problems, because then, do you trust the media, or do you maybe start saying, you know, journalism is only saying what the state is asking it to? Yeah, it's really tough. Could have sworn there was like a power circle there.
Medallion's vibrating.
Good morning, Chris, Mr. Robinson. We are having serious talks this morning about games journalism and capitalism and all sorts of interesting things. And it's awesome that my chat is cool enough to talk about these things. I worked in Norway for about 6 weeks when I worked for Funcom, just at the end of Age of Conan. And that was a lot of fun. But I didn't live there for an extended period of time, so I've got 42 harpy feathers. That's good. I thought there were more harpies. Like, I got all these red dots on my map. Harpies! Come get killed! Gorlark, I haven't been following The Longest Journey sequel, Dreamfall Chapters. I haven't been following it. So, I can't really say anything about it. I hope that Ragnar and his team are able to do great work. Robust cloth? That seems like the sort of thing I should want, because I don't have very much of it. I don't know. Death Doom 9 is asking, I guess the next game I'm going to play is Dark Souls 2, because the last DLC is going to be released next week. I don't know. I haven't played Dark Souls 2 yet. And honestly, part of it is because I hear it's not as good as Dark Souls 1. And I kind of want to keep the purity of the experience in my heart. I was not in Norway during winter. I was actually there during summer, and it was trippy. Because the sun would be up until like 1 a.m. and then it would go down until 4 a.m. and then come back up. It was wild. What's up, Harpy? I like that my attacks can do area damage now. That's super cool. I feel like a badass. Just cut up a whole bunch of harpies. Harpy feathers everywhere. If this guy is like, thank you for bringing me 60 harpy feathers, now go get me harpy claws, I'm gonna be real mad. Real mad. That's what I'm gonna be. Oh, there's one. What's up, harpies? So we'll see. I haven't decided what I'm going to play next after The Witcher 2. Is anybody else watching Worlds? I haven't been able to watch because it's like all the games have been early in the day. Of course, I'm at work early in the day. But I was planning on taking a look at some stuff today. Murder all the harpies. I am become harpy killer, destroyer of worlds. Let's just do... Oops, that's not what I want. That is. Wow. Yeah. Attack. TSM have been playing really well. Awesome. Can't wait to catch up on some of it. Oh my god, so many harpies. How can harpies still be alive around here? Girl, you're not too old for this. You're wrecking shit. Look at you. You're just like a harpy chewing machine. I have become chicken clucker. Or chicken chaser, maybe. 10 points to anybody who knows the reference. It's a shame they don't have, like, counters for the collect quests that you can see. Ooh, harpy egg. I don't want harpy claws. So that you can say, okay, I'm at 55 out of 60 harpy feathers. I also wish that the loot bags on the ground looked different when they were old versus when they're new. Like maybe they just stopped steaming, that would be nice. Do I know of any desert, Egyptian, or Arabian novels or stories that are good for some inspiration? I mean, have you read Arabian Nights, Farisar? Nothing else comes to the top of my head, right? But that's kind of where I would go first, and then... What? Oh. Here. Nita is talking about the Fated Sun trilogy by C.J. Cherry. I read this, didn't I? But this is a sci-fi story, right? Yeah. It's pretty cool. C.J. Cherry does a really good job of creating alien cultures that feel alien. And not just like a different human culture. Koruva says something interesting. The good news through all the discussion of bias in the journalism industry is that we have a constantly growing venue on platforms like Twitch to give us realistic views of the game. I actually think that that can be misrepresentative as well. Especially because, like, there's been a lot of talk recently about how companies are paying YouTubers to show off the game and then not disclosing it, which is maybe even illegal in some areas. It's basically paid advertisement without you knowing that it's paid advertisement. Okay, good. I've got enough harpy feathers. And then secondarily, like, you know, depending on who you watch, you'll get a very different view of the game. But one great thing about that is that if you find someone whose taste is similar to yours and you watch them, it's kind of like finding movie reviewer that you like and then reading their reviews to determine if you think you're likely to enjoy a movie or not. If you watch a reviewer that you have a similar taste to, then you will get a fairly accurate impression for yourself of how you'll react to a game, and that's really good. But there are issues there too. It's a tough thing. Technology is changing in ways that can be confusing and scary. Gorlork is asking if I've played the other parts of the Longest Journey series. Which did I play? I did play Dreamfall: The Longest Journey.
More harpy feathers, just like you wanted.
Good work. Why, it's even a pleasure to pay you.
I gotta admit, that might have been the strangest job I've ever had.
Well, it's hardly done.
I'll hear you out, but I've got a bad feeling about this.
I need a few more feathers.
Who is it that needs them? You or this collector?
But he does, of course.
Pretty suspicious. Why didn't you tell me how many I was supposed to bring right off?
I needed to see the quality. Just a few feathers more. I'll pay extra. Decide.
Let me think about it.
Collect 8 harpy feathers. Okay, that's fine. I will definitely collect 8 harpy feathers. In fact, I have 11, so here we go. I enjoyed The Longest Journey. There were parts of it that were really weird, like the combat just didn't really work. But I thought, as a character-driven RPG, it did a lot of really good things.
Sleek and untattered. I hope that'll do it.
I look at them and select the finest. There's your payment, with a small bonus.
What am I supposed to do with the ones I have left?
Whatever you wish. I've no need for them. Farewell.
Visit Elfin later. How much later? Yes. Meditate to the next day. Is this later enough for you, Elfin, or do I have to, like, go do some other quests?
Where are you headed?
No, I have to go do some other quests or something. I'll go 24 hours. And we'll see if that's later enough. I'm glad I don't need to eat or drink.
Where are you headed?
Nope, okay. Visit Elfin later. Let's see if my quest journal says anything about this. Man, I'm still very curious about those shaking stones. Yeah, someone asks Chaos for all. Isn't there some mage dying from poison somewhere while Geralt is doing this? It's not the mage who's dying from poison, but yeah. Visit him at dawn. It's not a specific amount of time. It's a specific time of day. Interesting. Well, you know, like let's find out. What?
Yes, you're beautiful, my queen, my lady. You're a wondrous sight. All in your nest envy you.
Oh my god.
Got any other work for me? Pretty warm for this time of year.
It is cold.
The mages must be up to something.
Oh, yes. They devise those experiments. Always changing the world. They'll botch it one day, and it'll be the end of us, I tell you.
I shudder to even think about it.
That's amazing.
I want you to have this feather. I have no use for it.
No, thank you. Neither do I.
Neither does this collector, you mean?
Yes, neither
He's
does
painted his
he.
fingernails.
I wonder why he needed a specific number of feathers.
Perhaps to match the number of empty spaces in his feather album.
Don't see how that would matter.
It's immensely important.
Well, I guess I don't know much about collections.
Okay, there you go. That's amazing. It's a shame he wasn't trying to build wings and then launch himself off of ledges or whatever.